a third floor condo on Brooklyn Court. You can find the entrance behind the 2nd Street gas station. Stop by the next time you're in the city, and I'll have something for you. Athena Margulis? What a name. Makes me think of, the Game of Thrones thing, all men must die. That thing. Or all men will die. Or whatever. Forward managed security concern. Adam, I don't really mean to bug you on this, but I think I've got another suspect in those neuropozyne thefts. I caught Denzel Mitchell going over my stack of VersaLife purchases. Going over my stack of VersaLife purchase orders. He said he needed to verify the legal address for a contract David wanted him to look over, but he'd already had that address and a dozen correspondences already. For a lawyer, you'd think it'd be better. You'd think he'd be able to come up with a better defense. His door code is 1364, by the way. Previously, Athena wrote, "Welcome back, Adam. First of all, it really is good to have you back. Things just haven't been the same since the attack, and we're all hoping your return will restore some sense of equilibrium. That and David really missed you. I know your top priority right now is going to be with him, but if you have a moment, there's something I'd like you to check into as well. Someone's been stealing neuropozyne." Sorry, I thought our background noise. I first noticed it about 3 months ago. We seem to be reordering cases of VersaLife far more often than usual. I had Frank run through the lab security tapes. That's when he realized someone had tampered with them. Usually on nights when Will Rossellini was in charge. Frank wanted to search Will's office immediately and even gave me the access code, 3716, but I told him to wait. Last thing we need is to start falsely accusing people. When you get a chance, will you speak to Will? He's working in Office 23. Well, no need for me to look into that. But I can have a look at into some people's offices and raid them. You'll get a funny thing if you start raiding them. No. Oh, our friend in there. Huh, cool. He's important enough to have an office to himself. Denzel. 1364. Okay. Thought I recognized that name. I was expecting to see lawyer on the door or whatever. Oh, ebook. Okay, I didn't read this one before. Global Politics Review 2026, Chapter 7, Facing the Dragon. China casts a long shadow. Since the 2000s, the Chinese bloc has seen a steady climb towards superpower status, supplanting the US as the world's economic engine and most sophisticated military force. Mark's growth in many areas of industry have made the People's Republic a major player in many fields, notably the emerging technology of human augmentation. Whether regulations imposed on human trials by other nations, the PRC has been fast-tracking their augmentation research. Many feel that China's actions may grant them a monopoly and thus strengthen their position further. However, despite technological advances, China's attitudes towards human rights and the environment have not progressed, and rumours of atrocities against both people and the planet are rife. But confirmation of these statements is difficult to obtain, given the PRC's iron grip on their nation's media. Oh, that's fantastic. Mine? Denny, for a lawyer, you're a pretty cool dude. Thanks for checking the POs. Would have done it myself, but Sarah's bitch had my number for way too long. Shine ferret? Huh. If she caught me with him, I would have been toast. You know she's got Casey implants, don't you? Really? Huh. Didn't know that myself. I don't read these. I didn't read all these before. Anyway, from what you told me, I'm sure Micah Pine's behind these thefts. She's in purchasing them, types out POs before Magoo signs them. It'll be so easy for her to change the figs after. She's OOTO till Thursday, out of the office. So I just got to get into her office before then. Snake gave me the code to 27 next door to hers, 4147. I'm thinking of letting myself in there and using the air ducts to cross into our office. Don't worry, I won't sue if anything goes wrong. Snake, so, Pritchard. You didn't see nothing. So yeah, let's just have a look at the computer. The conversation, it was automatically saved. Frantic pony. We can't let SWAT into that plant. There's too much at stake. I'm calling Jensen in. Frantic pony. I guess that must be I must guess that must be David. Or David? Yes, Seraph. Wallboy is the lawyer. Yeah, the Frantic pony is Seraph. I have to say I love that. Frantic pony. Or frenetic pony. I think that's hilarious. Anyway, I'm calling Jensen in. Typo motherfucker. Anyway, Markov gave him a clear bill of health last week. What's with all the fucking typos? I suppose, you know, people are, you know, in a, you know, really shit situation. Typos are gonna happen if you're, you know, a little bit, you know, panicked. But yeah, just weird seeing characters typo. And how much pressure was she under, huh? I resent that accusation. Resent it all you like, but you hired me to protect your ass. And you got away with the surgeries because of the neat little clause we had in his contract. But if something happens to him now, it won't. Trust me. It's your call, boss. We saved his life, for God's sake. I don't think he'll be suing us anytime soon. Yeah. Jensen got the, I remember reading before that Jensen didn't need all the surgeries he got. He only got them because Sarah forced it. Like, he only needed some augments to survive. He didn't need all that he got. Like, he didn't need Typhoon to continue living. But anyway, a little help. Hey Denny, when you've got a second, can you stop by? David's asked me to draft a formal letter to TYM declining their so generous offer. I want to make sure I get the wording correct. Okay. As you are fully aware, network security is of the utmost importance in securing the safety and well-being of this company. Our firewall has been rigorously designed to withstand even the most persistent of outside attacks, but it can do nothing if employees do not adhere to the safety protocols laid out in easy-to-follow instructions in everyone's employee manual. Do not give your login, passwords, or security access codes to anyone outside this company. Do not download free internet software or upload new programs without clearing it through the IT department first. And above all, lock your computers before leaving your offices. Well, the lawyer boy here forgot to do that. I'll just walk past all the offices and check if I have the password for them. No code found. Okay, this is open. Ah, someone's in here.
I hear you cleared up the situation at the plant, Adam. Nice job.
Thank you. Seems you don't have a book for me to read. Hearts of Steel, Iron and Shadows. Hearts of Steel, Iron and Shadows. Maybe it's because I read this before, but I know something about that name. Name and subtitle. Or chapter title. Either or. Also, isn't Sabaton have a song? Oh, it's Hearts of Iron, ain't it? They had a song, it's within their album Heroes. It was about a German general during World War II. He was on the Nazi side. He, instead of following orders to stop the Soviet advance, he instead staged a rescue operation to rescue the citizens within Berlin, and so they could surrender to the Allies forces from the east rather than the Soviets themselves. People were rather scared of them. Then I remember Hitler poisoned his dog. It was out of love, actually. He was scared that what they would do to it if the Soviets got it. So yeah. Then again, the guy was meant to be quite out of it by that stage. I remember Christopher Hitchens was asserting that he actually had syphilis at the time, and I think that messes with your noggin. Also, actually, here's a little thing for you. You know the cursor here. You probably see it fine. It's orange, yellow, orange, somewhere between there. I'm terrible at colors. In my original recordings of this, it was blue. The reason for that was the recording software altered the color of the cursor. Anything else can be orange and be fine, or yellow and be fine, but the cursor can't be. It also messed with my cursor in WoW as well. I don't remember what part of it like what way the cursor had to be for it to mess with it, but it messed with it in WoW, I remember. It altered its color again to blue. Anyway, Hearts of Steel, Iron and Shadows. Across the plaza, Meredith saw him stumble and fall against a low wall. She cast a quick glance back to where the demonstrators continued to build towards an outbreak of fury, and then, on an impulse she couldn't explain, she went to him, offering a hand. He looked up from under his hood, and the eyes that glittered there, hard and grey, like fragments of sea ice, made her gasp. He stood, ignoring her outstretched hand, but there was something there in the depths, at odds with his scowl. "Are you?" "Fine," he murmured, those eyes narrowed. "You're hurt." "Just a scratch," she began, but his hands were already coming up to her cheek. Meredith started, and silver fingers touched her skin. To her surprise, they were warm. "Yeah," he said, turning away. "I'm one of them. A cog." Aye, but he was already leaving. Ah, a romance novel. Damn it! Now I'm interested in it. I want to read more. I want to know her story. I want to know their journey. I can hack my way into some of these, but I don't think my security's high enough level, so I'm just checking what I have a code for. I think it's all I have a code for is on the next 4 down. I've only code for 1 more door, I do believe. Though it will allow me into 2 offices. Ooh, here's Farida's place, and it's pretty well secure. I guess she paid for the extra mile. So, I'll be leaving now in a mo. Okay, 4145. Get a funny mail after doing this at some stage. Don't know when, but you do. The neural hub designed for next generation by Hugh Darrow, excerpt from a paper in Neo Nature, May 2015. Neural hub technology is viewed by some as the millstone around the neck of cybernetics research, but such commentary indicates a failure to think outside the box. In fact, the neural hub has always been the capacity, has always had the capacity to grow beyond its function as a gateway for cyberware integration. These implants developed in the beginning as components in ever shrinking cell phone, TV, and MP3 player parts, comprise numerous physical processors integrated on one physical chip. But the key is in the threading. The hub is controlled by software, which enables more efficient processing on the hardware. Each input from the nervous system generates its own or multiple threads, based on operations like motion or recollection. What I propose is a combination of multi-core processors tied closer to the human brain's own superlative multitasking capacity, and effectively breaking down the barrier between the commonplace hub designs of current iterations and the subject's own mind. In effect, we allow the hub to work with the human brain. In analogy, instead of a relay race where one participant is slower than the other, it becomes a ride on a tandem. That's cool. Hope we only check the top drawer. The an I win button could be anywhere else, like in the bottom drawers, but can't use it. No one here is following the ruling here of locking their computers. I guess it's overconfidence with the whole locking doors. Anyway, don't be pissed at me, D. All I meant when I said it was that maybe, just maybe, they made a mistake. It happens all the time on those crime scene shows, and we never actually saw the DNA results. Don't you want to believe that Megan could still be alive? She was your friend too, after all. Anyway, hey Gail, you hear they're thinking of cutting vacation days. What the hell? This is the kind of thing companies do when they're about to go belly up. Yeah, Lyle just told me. We work our butts off and they start taking away our benefits. Not cool. I'm starting to get a sinking feeling about this place. You still up for happy hour downtown? If we can get away at a decent hour? Overtime policy. It's come to my attention that many of you are logging overtime hours as we continue to work hard to meet deadlines. Because of this, I would like to remind everyone about Surf Industries' overtime policies. For anyone exceeding 8 hours of work in a single workday, or 40 hours of work in a regular work week, you're entitled by law to to 1.5 times your regular rate of pay for all overtime hours worked, but would like you to consider an alternative option, a one-for-one exchange of overtime for paid vacation hours, once project deadlines are reached. Please inform your unit supervisor which option you prefer no later than Friday 11 a.m. If we do not hear from you by then we assume the second option applies. Thank you for your time and dedication to keep Surf Industries alive. You know what? That's not a bad change. Ooh. I love like a tasty whiskey. Somehow I don't think I'd see that on a label for a place. But I love the detail, like Tango Foxtrot, and like the design on the drink. Like there's a bit of a weird texture thing. I think the bit we were seeing there was a bit of a glitch. But there's like a... No, it wasn't. There's like a, you know, like the floral design to Jensen's shoulders. There's a bit of a design there on the whiskey. A different design, certainly, but, you know, made me think of that. I love all the work that went into it. Tango Foxtrot Tasty Whiskey is a real man's bourbon whiskey, guaranteed to get your courage pumping and your heart racing faster than the sound of approaching infantry will. And it gives you extra health, but it also gets you drunk. So I have little need for it, or little interest in it. Plus, if I keep stealthing it up as well as I was doing back at the plant, then I'll be fine. Ooh. Wait. Let's have a look at this. Cool. Mine. The tyranny of biology. Let me make sure I'm actually recording. That will be a good first step. Yeah, I'm fine. I've been recording for quite a while now. Got nearly 6 gig of footage here now. I'm recording at 180p at 30 frames per second, for those curious. I used to record at 60, but I found the computer will keep freezing at the start of episodes, and actually cut out content. Say if it froze for 20 seconds, you would miss that 20 seconds of content, and sometimes it would repeatedly freeze. It's quite annoying. Yep, all is well. Just had to stare there and gawk at the thing for a moment, just to be certain I like believed myself. Like sometimes I like doubt my own perception. It's really annoying. But yeah, believe myself that I was actually recording. Anyway, The Tyranny of Biology. Transcript of a seminar given by Hugh Darrow at... Wait. Could be recording, but it mightn't actually be on screen. Yeah, no, everything's fine. Everything's fine. I'm just a worrywart. An extreme worrywart. That's fine. The mic is working. The in-game audio is working. Hopefully you can hear me and the in-game audio fine. Because sometimes I may respond, like, you know, a character says something and I'll be like, oh yeah, you're a fucking idiot. And if there's no subtitles, you have no idea what I'm saying. Well, I'm responding to, and you just think I'm going mad. Mad, I say. Anyway, transcript of a seminar given by Hugh Darrow at the World Bioethics Summit in Tokyo, 8th of September 2011. The next study I would like to share is one in which we analyze the security and privacy properties of an implantable cardioverter defibrillator (ICD), introduced to the US market in 2009. This model of ICD includes a pacemaker technology and is designed to communicate wirelessly with a nearby external programmer in the 175 kHz frequency range. After partially reverse engineering the ICD's communications protocol with an oscilloscope and software radio, we implemented several software radio-based attacks that could compromise patient safety and privacy. At this point, cries of outrage from participants interrupt Mr. Darrow. He looks up surprised. Oh, gaveling sounds. Please, ladies and gentlemen, please. For several minutes, the crowd quietens enough for Mr. Darrow to speak. Listen, I'm not here to talk about the philosophical nature of what we do in augmentation science. That's not to say I don't understand the ramifications of my work. Just that I feel that there are better thinkers than I suited to the task. That's actually a very good thing. I'll come back to that in a moment. My prowess, my genius, if you'll forgive me for calling it that, is in the creation of these engines of human improvement. Leave it to future generations to decide if I'm remembered well for what I've created. But what I'll say is this: no other time in our history has a dominant species